Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a lovely day. So, 3 years ago, I had a random billionaire reach out to me and ask what I would do with $1 million to push forward right to repair. And because my phone number for my business is public and I have 1 million subscribers, you might imagine I get a prank call from time to time. So instead of answer, I just kind of hung up the phone and said, BS. Needless to say, that was actually a real billionaire who wasn't punking me, and they did give $1 million to a nonprofit, and they really pushed me to actually start taking what I'm doing more seriously, rather than just talk on YouTube and show up to the legislature every now and then with my camera. Like, let's try to put a real concerted effort in for you to win. And I really appreciate that. So I did start a nonprofit as a result of this. And when I wanted to do more beyond what it was that he was open to contributing to, I wanted to do a ballot initiative in the state of Massachusetts. I started a second nonprofit for that and fundraised to it. And that's what I've been using for all of the lobbying that I've been doing. Now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to share with all of you the financials. Now, I know that you have a lot of nonprofits. They have impact statements where they have a nice newsletter with fancy fonts and clip art, and it's called Save the Children, and you'll see the pictures of the children in the playground playing and all this other stuff. And it's like, at the end of the day, I don't think people really care about that. When you go to CVS and you see something that says Save the Children, you want to donate $1. Most people don't donate $1, not because they don't want to save the children, but because they don't know if you're actually saving the children or using the money for some fancy wine party somewhere so that you could pretend that you actually care about people when you don't. So I was trying to think to myself, what would make me less cynical about a nonprofit? Virtually nothing, but one thing that would help, I think, is being able to see what they're actually spending all their money on. So what I'm going to do down below, in addition, again, in every state that we do lobbying in, where it is required of us, we do fill out all of the financial disclosure forms we're supposed to. We do register when we're supposed to register as a lobbyist and all of that. But what I wanted to do is go one step further here and show you every single transaction that we've ever done over the course of it. So down below, what I did with my bank is it allows me to export as a CSV file up to 2 years of transactions. From my 501c4, which is lobbying, that covers everything. From my 501c3, it covers everything besides of like a couple of weeks. I'm going to try and figure out how to get that stuff out of there. I asked my bank, I'm waiting to hear back if there's a way to export more than 2 years. But for the most part, what you can do is you can scroll through the spreadsheet down below, and you can see every single debit and every single credit to both the savings account and the checking account, so you know exactly how I spent every single dime. Now, some of these are self-explanatory. For instance, Lewis wired this much money to Funkin Bolton, or and you Google it. Oh, that's a lobbying firm in Maryland. Lewis said he's working on right to repair in Maryland, so it's kind of obvious what's going on there. Some of them are less obvious. It'll say check 50,000 or check 100,000. Those you can't really see, so you would need to ask, and then I will tell you what those are. So what I want you to do here, feel free to comment on these Google Docs, and I will try to go through the comments, and any of the questions that come up in the comments of the Google Doc or the Google Sheet on these transactions, I will make time to answer them and tell you what they are. So what I'll do is instead of just replying to the comments, I'll update one of these columns of the spreadsheet and it'll say what this transaction is for. For the simple ones, I'll just include it there. And for the more complicated ones, I may say what it is and then include a link to a video that I post to my secondary YouTube channel, Lewis Rossmann Random Live, where maybe if I want to explain in 10 or 20 minutes what the thought process was behind that transaction or what my plan was or what I was doing, I'll have a separate video that goes along with it so that you can watch that video and get an idea of why I was putting money into that particular thing. Some of these transactions I'm very proud of. I think that we got really good things done. Some of them we didn't get something done, but there was an honest try. And some of them were just, wow, I can't believe I spent money on that. That was stupid. I'll be honest with you. I am not a professional political lobbyist or political campaign person or nonprofit director. As with many things in life, I have the belief system that if you wait until you're perfect at something to start doing it, then you probably won't do it and you won't actually accomplish anything. So and again, that's the same thing with these sheets. There are a lot of people that have said there's a better way to do this than how I'm doing it now. You could integrate this into your website. You could have a way that makes it easier for people to interact with, and you're probably 100% right, but also running 2 nonprofits, the YouTube channel, my repair shop, and having a full-time job, if I try to, let's just be real. If I wait until it's perfect, I'll probably never do this. And I figured having some financial disclosure like this is better than just doing the bare minimum, which is having your impact statement, your 990, and your campaign finance filings. Because let's be real. At the end of the day, 90% of my audience doesn't even know what a 990 is. Even if they look through campaign finance stuff, they're only going to find a very small percentage of it because a lot of states don't require you put that out there, and it doesn't really explain things in the same way that this would. Like being able to literally scroll through every single transaction that I have made over the past 2 years is a lot more transparent. And again, some I'm happy with and proud of, and some of them it's like, yeah, why the fuck did I spend money on this at the end of the day? And really, sometimes it was a surprise. The ones that I thought were going to be wastes of money, actually the best ideas, and some of them where I'm like, oh yeah, this is guaranteed to do something, were complete fails. But yeah, I just figured I would share this with you all so that you could see what it is that's going on. Again, I think the general public has earned and deserved it, because again, even if you're somebody who just gave me $1, like literally just $1, you deserve to know where that dollar went. And again, I'm a very cynical person when it comes to nonprofits. I don't even know if that would make me feel good, donating to a nonprofit that I'm not familiar with, but I think it may just take away a little bit of my aggravation and cynicism. So do look down below for this. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I hope you learned something.